Good day, gamers. Purple Mentat here, bringing you a vlog. So, I need to answer the question that I'm sure has been on a lot of your minds: where to go? Well, that gets into the whole mental health thing again. So, there's this thing, at least there used to be this thing, back in the way back, called seasonal affective disorder, which no longer really exists. Mental health, the science behind it, is constantly evolving and changing. I knew it as seasonal affective disorder growing up in the DSM-5, which is the Diagnostics and Statistics Manual 5. It no longer exists as its own separate thing. Instead, it is considered major recurring depressive disorder with seasonal element. But it's easier for me to just refer to it by the way I used to know it. Basically, I get really sad in the winter when the light stops. And the reason for that, people aren't 100% certain. They think it's because something to do with our natural clock needs sunlight. Sorry, I'm pointing at the window. You guys can't see it because I'm trying to treat the camera as if I'm talking to a person conversationally, which is weird. Anyway, what I do have for it is this guy that you can only see the corner of because I was limited by my... There we go. And this is a very bright light. If I turn it on, it'll probably wash out the whole camera. Yeah, that's pretty much what I sit in front of for about an hour every day to try to just manage it. And that hour a day in front of that light pretty much takes it from I am completely miserably depressed all of the time, can barely get myself out of bed and want to die every day, to I can kind of function and feed myself and usually remember to shower. Usually. It's a thing. Depression and personal hygiene don't go together well, and I hate to say that I'm not the best at taking care of mine when I am very depressed. Hence the super shaggy beard and hair. I haven't been to a barber in quite a while. Anyway, so it starts when the light starts getting lower. About the fall equinox is when it starts to get bad. But for me, it really kicks in about that last week of November. I just take a nosedive. The first 3 weeks of November, on the other hand, I don't have that as an excuse. Instead, I kicked a beehive. I managed to attract the attention of a certain well-known movement of less than... I got a lot of internet harassment. Let's put it that way, and let's move on, and let's not talk about it anymore. It freaked me out, messed with my anxiety pretty bad, and I pretty much stopped making YouTube videos and was just focusing on streaming for a long time. And that's how I spent most of December as well. December was like the let's get back into it, except I have no motivation and kind of just want to sleep all day, and I can't sleep at all. In fact, it's currently 3 a.m. because I can't sleep. It's a thing. So anyway, that's where I've been. This is an explanation, not an excuse. I can offer my apologies, but I do not expect forgiveness because this is not something that I feel ashamed of or offers me any excuses in life. It's just part of me and something I need to deal with, which I'm going to have much better tools to deal with next year because I had much better tools to deal with it this year, and it was a lot better this year than it was last year. Like, last year, it was practically unlivable and almost wrecked part of my life that I really don't want wrecked. This year, there's tension, but it's a lot better. I'm a lot more productive, I'm getting a lot more done, I'm staying a lot cleaner, I'm keeping the house up a lot better, and life is better. And that's largely due to you guys who are helping me support myself with my Patreon campaign and with the YouTube advertisements. It's helped me get the medications in the short term and to get that light that I just showed you and just to be healthier, which is a really good thing. Not so much on the physical side of things, but it's a goal. In fact, I got a really cool tool for that. Where is it? Hang on. There we go. The Fitbit pedometer, basically. It's fancy and it's a tech toy, and my partner got it for free from work. So, and as you can see, the little dots. Well, maybe you can't. Hang on. If I tap it there, it shows you how many dots I'm up to. Because it measures from midnight to midnight, obviously there's no dots on it yet, but that's the percentage of the daily goal. So I can keep myself to getting enough movement in when my natural propensity is to be about as mobile as your average mushroom attached to a log. Not the Mario kind that actually like skitters about to and fro and that you go grab and get super big size. No, I start super big size and then just kind of blob out larger. Anyway, so that's where I've been. These are the things that I'm doing to try to improve myself. The really big news I have on that note, though, is health insurance. I am on my partner's health insurance as of tomorrow, the 1st of the year. This means that I can get proper therapy, proper medication. I know the medication that helps me. It's going to be an adjustment period, changing from my self-help blend of St. John's wort and various other things, but it will, I know that this medication basically, 1, eliminates the anxiety, and 2, makes the depression something that I can get through it by just exercising more instead of not having any motivation to even exercise at all. So that's a good thing. This is really, really good news. I'm also going to be able to get back to seeing an actual regular physician and see if I have any issues going on. Usually, well, I mean, in a decade so far I haven't, but I did just turn 32 and I'm a little concerned that I might have some blood pressure issues going on considering I am larger than I have ever been in my life. And also I'd like to consult a nutritionist and really work at getting my weight down. I know that the general idea, and I know that a whole bunch of you have suggested diet plans, and I'm not really into the whole fad diet thing. I want to make a lifestyle change, and I'm doing a pretty good job of that. We're eating a lot more raw veggies and fresh veggies. Well, not raw, we're cooking them, but we're getting them fresh raw from local farms through a program called Field Goods, which is amazing. I suggest any of you check it out if you have it in your local area. Basically, it's a farm share. We put in X dollars a week that I don't even know the total for, and we get a bag full of vegetables. In the winter, we get mostly frozen stuff, sometimes winter root veggies. We've been eating a lot of squash and a lot of turnips and beets and delicious beets. Anyway, lots more veggies in the diet, trying to keep the carbs down to 30% of my total calories a day. Basically, I've been looking at evidence-based nutrition and science-based medicine, and a lot of that says 30-30-40 is the way to go, where 30% of your daily calories is carbohydrates, 30% is protein, and 40% is fats. And it's an interesting adjustment from the USDA recommendation, which has a ton. Like the food pyramid just has that huge base of grain and bread and rice and starch and carbs. Carbs. I'm used to eating a giant thing of pasta with maybe a sausage cut up into it. Now it's more like I need the bowl itself to contain like 20% pasta and everything else is veggies and meats, and that actually works out to be the macronutrient content I'm looking for. It's amazing what you can eat and actually have it fall within those ranges, and it's amazing how many healthy fats are out there. Basically, the USDA low-fat diet recommendation is complete and utter. It's practically lies. It's very, very much not scientifically provable. And doing some research into it, I don't have any articles to link you to this, but I've done some looking into it, and it looks like it was kind of pushed by a vegetarian political group, a lobbyist group that wants people to stop eating meat in general, kind of suggested, hey guys, eat very little meat a day and lots of plants. I'm not amused. Anyway, following that diet led me to this size because when I hit about 290, I decided, you know what, I'm going to take a very close look at my life and I'm going to make sure I get my X servings of whatever a day, because that seemed like a really easy way instead of directly counting calories. And following that for a while, I ballooned. Like, there was so much bread in my life and it put on so many pounds. So then I started doing real research and found that I really need to kind of count the calories and focus on making sure I do the right things for my health in the long run. And those right things are going to involve lots of veggies, lots of fruit, eat lots of plants, basically. Plants are good for you, but don't only eat plants. Don't only eat anything. Don't cut anything out of your diet entirely, except maybe candy. Candy's really not that great unless you're like sugar crashing, or you really need a reward. I think that's enough about my health. Let's talk about the channel. So with health insurance coming online, that means that the Patreon campaign's focus has shifted. The original focus of the Patreon campaign, of course, was to get me a substitute for health insurance and would allow me to seek medical coverage and get some medications without needing to actually have health insurance. Now, the healthcare portion of the Patreon campaign is going to be much smaller and is going to cover the additional premiums that we're paying for health insurance, the copays that I get going to the doctors, and the copays that I have when picking up medicines. So there's still a healthcare component to the Patreon campaign, and your guys' support is still very much appreciated, but it's no longer quite essential. If you are donating to me and hurting yourself just because you think that my mental health will crumble without you, please stop. I don't want your money that bad. I do want your money because, you know, I like money and money buys nice things and I like nice things. But I want you guys to be supporting me now because you love the content that I'm putting out. And on that note, I have completely restructured the entire Patreon campaign. I have redone the goals. I have redone the rewards that you get for donating. So everyone who is a Patreon donator needs to go and reaffirm what donation level they want. As by redoing all of those things, basically everyone is no longer set up for any donation level at all. And you're all just saying, you don't need to give me anything. I'm happy getting nothing and giving you money. And the reason I'm doing that is to try to really drive home that this is a new Patreon campaign, and I want all of you to be really sure that you want to donate to me. And the past week's worth of content is what I'm going to be focusing on. I'm going to be doing this vlog every darn week. I'm going to be putting out those Minecraft videos every darn day. Other gaming videos might happen, but those are going to be my focuses because those are the things that built the channel. Those are the things that got my face out there. Those are the things that got the Patreon campaign started. And it's what I should really focus on, is what does well. So if you're happy supporting the content that you've seen in the past week and would like to see a lot more of that, then continue supporting the Patreon campaign. Also, maybe playing on the Direwolf 20 1.7.10 server, as that's going to continue on Direwolf 20 as long as we possibly can, and I'm still going to pop on there on live streams every now and then to kind of tink away at things. I'm not progressing very quickly on the server because I just... well, I mean, the past 2 months I've had plenty of time and no motivation to do anything except hide in a hole and maybe read some books. Occasionally browse Reddit. Don't browse Reddit when you feel bad. It's only going to make you feel worse. I made that mistake earlier today and it ended up being ugly. Anyway, so yes, go to Patreon, reaffirm whatever donation level you want to be at. The rewards have changed in part because some of them were pointless, like the team play. I had it up there for months and I never used it once, and that's my bad. That's me figuring out how to do all of this and making a mistake, and I am sorry. The Mumble stream room, or the TeamSpeak stream room access silliness, I used that maybe twice in the entire time, so that's also gone. There's a new $30 tier to replace it. The postcards, those still exist, and I've got a giant pile of them right here that are all ready to go out that I just need to take over to the post office tomorrow morning and get going. And I've got a whole bunch more on their way here that are all going to get stuffed into envelopes and sent out. I have no excuses to offer on the postcards, honestly, just me being a unmotivated and stuffing envelopes being a very large time commitment and me not wanting to do it. Anyway, working on the postcards, got new stuff coming, lots of new lands for Minecraft packs. There's all kinds of cool Minecraft mod packs coming out, especially one that's really strong on my radar right now is, what did he call it? I think Breach, from the creator of Crash Landing. So I'm really looking forward to what Iskandar does with a magic-focused skyblock. It's not going to be ready for months, I imagine, but I'm going to be right at the forefront and ready to jump into making videos of that as soon as it is available. One other bit of channel news. The vlogs. They're going to have more of a mixed focus now. I'm going to be talking about myself and my health a lot. I'm going to be talking about channel news, and I'm also going to be offering my opinions on current events in gaming. And I would like you guys to, in the down below, leave topic suggestions. What do you want to hear me talk about? I will see you folks in a week.